Hello, duelists. Welcome to the King's Courts. Okay, so on the right we actually have a friend of the channel. We'll call him Mike. If you're familiar with the channel, not channel member Michael, different Mike. And on the left we have someone from our locals, and Mike is piloting his custom White Forest deck. Now, this is an interesting deck because it actually plays the assault mode cards. We had the same deck here recently, about 2 weeks ago, roughly, and I was playing against it, and it weirdly works together. Mike likes to play like really like out of the ordinary decks. I think he's working on an Evil Eye deck too. So if you want to see that, and shoot, if you want to see a deck profile from him, let us know. And on the left, we actually have someone from our locals playing Mitsurugi RYZEAL, which is a very good deck right now. So if you like this video and you want to see more, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let me know in the comments, what do you think of these two decks, and what do you think of the current state of the meta right now? Blue Eyes is everywhere, so if you grew up an original DM fan, you must be very happy right now. So let's get to the game, although it's already been going on. So Mike's trying to set up his White Forest cards, and I'll probably block this right here. Let's see. He's actually setting up with his tanky right here. And he's not only that, but has a set card and is trying to set up his place. So, let's see. He's going to draw and... Okay, he's going to be able to add his assault mode activate. By the way, my bad. I'm going to get some of these names mixed up. I'm so sorry. So he's going to synchro off and he's going to go into one of his synchro monsters. Okay, so he's going to be able to send Tanky to the grave, and if I remember right now, he's going to be able to add a White Forest card to his hand. Okay, that's pretty cool, actually. Let's see. So, he's looking over. Now, if you saw earlier, his opponent already impermed him. Yeah, Mike's actually going second, but his opponent basically bricked. So, yeah, not much. That's just the name of the game. Sometimes you just really open up a really bad hand. I've been there many times. Let's be honest, everyone has. You play any TCG long enough, whether it's Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, whatever, you're always gonna eventually have a bad hand once in a while. That's just inevitable. So he's going to cut his deck, and he's going to keep synchroing. It's White Forest. And let's see. He's going to go into... Or he's looking over his hand first before he really, dedicates what monster he's going to. He's going to go into... Shoot. Sylvia, I think? No, it's not Sylvia. Sylvia's a different one. I'm trying my best to memorize some of these cards. So he's going to search his Assault, get his Assault Beast. Man, I haven't seen Assault Beast in so long. Man, if anyone is watching this and you're a little newer to the game, the Assault Mode deck is like... dates back to, almost 15 years at this point. It's crazy how long the Assault Mode cards have been around. And but Assault Beast is like one of the old school ones. Basically, you ditch it from your hand, and you can add Assault Mode Activate to your hand. But the more I played against this deck, because he's been using it a lot at locals, it's really interesting that you would think that he's just trying to turbo out Star's Assault Mode, but he actually doesn't, crazy enough. So he's looking over his hand, and he passes. Okay. He's got about 4 cards in hand. Okay, cool. Not bad. Let's see. See what his opponent does. So his opponent is looking over his hand. Like I said, he pretty much is... I don't know what he opened up, actually. Let's see. He's going to ditch his card to summon RYZEAL. Snow. I forgot what it's called. I'm really bad with names. I'm so sorry. So, and now he'll be able to summon a different card. Okay. He's looking over his extra deck. They're both level 4, so... Well, RYZEAL is basically a rank 4 toolbox. So it's going to go into Exit... Is that Exiton? And... Yep, it is. Oh, man, Exiton. He's going to use Exiton to try to blow up Mike's field. And he has a set spell that'll let him tag out one of his cards to go into another one of his synchro monsters. Okay, cool. So now he's going to normal summon his RYZEAL, the same one another copy of the one he used earlier, I think. Again, I'm so sorry. Let's see. He's looking over his extra deck. Let's see. Okay, he's reading off his effect. He's gonna ditch, and he's out for a response. And he has the Ghost Ogre. Okay, nice. That won't delete. That won't negate the effect, but it will destroy his monster. That's good, because RYZEAL's they obviously want monsters in the field, so they can go into their Xyz monsters. So he's going to attack with his RYZEAL. I mean, not his RYZEAL. His Exton. So he's going to be able to use a spell and be able to play tanky. And now he's going to go into his fusion monster, the Chimera, if I believe. Let's see. And yep, and he just scoops it up. So, looks like, yeah. Okay, so Mike got game 1. Alright, good on him. So, thanks to the magic of editing, we're going to cut to game 2, so I'll see you there. And just like that, thanks to the magic of editing, we're back. So, Mike's going to go first, and he's actually going to search out E-Telly. Now, from what I remember, apparently his opponent did choose for himself to go second, which is a really interesting tactic because usually players want to go first. I think, unless it's some Tempai, obviously, or Cyber Dragons, or Sky Striker. Usually those decks like to go second, so they usually will choose themselves to, but I never hear of RYZEAL doing that, so this is really interesting. I wonder what his plan is. So, right now Mike's doing, synchro stuff, basically. Using his White's Forest to search out cards, try to get bodies in the field, we all know how synchro decks usually work. So he's going to be able to set from his grave as well. It's pretty cool. One is going to cut. Also, don't worry. I've said this before in other videos. Even though we can see his hand here, neither of them were able to see each other's hands. Just it's a perspective thing. Okay, so he's going to cut his deck. He's going to synchro again. He's going to go into the other synchro White Force card. I'm really bad with names. He's going to be able to ditch a card, and it looks like he's going to be able to add a card to hand. Okay, cool. Another White Force card. Alright. Alright. Okay, so he gives him his cards. He cuts. He's going to summon another monster from his hand. See, and his opponent's going to nib. Okay, dang, that does hurt. I know that pain, man. Anybody who plays any kind of combo deck has been nibbed at least once. I mean, man, it doesn't feel good. But it is what it is. So now, but he's got a big token on the field at least. So Mike just passes. Not much he can really do after that. So his opponent's going to open up with one of the Mitsurugi spells. Okay, so looks like he opened up much better here. So, and apparently Mike's effect is going to activate where he can summon one of his White Force from his grave. So he's going to be able to search for another Mitsurugi card, if I remember right. Okay, so he's going to be able to summon his monster, and now there's multiple chains going off right here. So, let's see where this goes. So he's gonna basically he's gonna destroy the token and his monster, basically destroy his field, basically, and not much he can do with that. So he's basically still going off because not only is the nib his monsters, but the nibbed monster as well is 3,000. So some pretty big damage if he can get enough on field. I think he should be able to get 8,000 outfielder now. So he's going to use a spell, ditch, bring back the really big Mitsurugi. Going to. I haven't played against Mitsurugi enough to memorize the name, so sorry if I'm getting them. And he's got 8,000 in the field. Okay, so that was a much better hand. Okay, cool. Good on both of them so far. So now we're going to cut to game 3. I'll see you there. And now we're back, and now time for the tiebreaker. Okay, so Mike is going to go first, and he's actually going to play Deck Lockdown. Oh my god. Really quickly, if you're familiar with the channel, the last time he was on the channel, it was against me, and I was playtesting Heroes, and he was teching Deck Lockdown. No, a lot of people usually don't expect this card. God, I hate this card so much. But yeah, so I guess he's hoping that this will really like limit what his opponent can do. Although it was the only card he played because his opponent's going off, so I guess he bricked pretty hard too. So let's see. He's basically just making sure it works because deck lockdown is basically you can't add cards in hand. It's literally a spell version of Drone Lockbird. There are ways to play around it, like if your deck can summon from deck instead of searching. But for a lot of decks, like I said, heroes and stuff like that, they want to search. It really locks them down. So although his opponent's still going off. He's getting all the monsters out. He's basically going off. And he's going to Ash this one. Okay, that makes sense. So the opponent's going to use TTT. Okay. He's gonna pick to rip a card from his hand, and he has Assault Mode activate and 2 spells. And he's going to call it right there. He bricked really hard. Dang, poor Mike. So the winner is Mitsurugi RYZEAL. This deck is nasty and really good. So good to both of them. They both did great. They both bricked, so it kind of like evened out in the end. So if you want to see any more gameplays, if you want to see any more deck profiles, let us know in the comments. We'll see if we can get both these decks in the channel again. And if you want to see any more decks from these players, as well as us, like, comment, subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. And I'll see you in the next video. Have a good week. Take care. Bye.